So last week, we focused on empathizing with our target market. This had nothing to do with events. And this is always really, really hard for everybody to kind of grasp their mind around. Everybody that I've taken through this training, to include the students and industry professionals, you always try to put it in the mind of your event, especially the post, like 6 months after. You always think about, okay, they're going to have prizes from the event. They're going to be applying information from the event. But if you actually think about empathy and empathizing, it has nothing to do with an event. You haven't even created your event. You don't know what your event is. Empathizing is just looking at who the target market is as individual people. I am Kristen. Who am I? What are my hobbies? What are my hopes and my dreams and my fears? And what do I want out of life? And what's my career? Nothing to do with events. So you're just looking at, who was I 6 months ago? And then who will I be 6 months from now? Or who am I hoping to be 6 months from now? And what is that change? And really focusing on articulating that change. So no matter who I work with, students in training or established professionals, everybody wants to tie this to an event, or they get confused because they don't have an event in their mind. So I know this probably sounds very familiar to a lot of you who were here last week. It's just a different frame of mind. Instead of planning an event and then trying to market it to your target market and see what sticks and who signs up and who shows up, we're really kind of figuring out our target market, our students as people, and then structuring the event around who those people are and what they need. So for example, very timely example for the group I'm talking to today, I went through this empathy mapping process with a student affairs professional at UNL who's actually signed up to take one of my classes this semester. We did this empathy mapping process for a potential conference where the target market for that event was student workers. So she came into this process with an idea in her head of what she wanted this event to look like. And then she empathized with this target market, with the student workers, and she realized what they needed was very different than what she was envisioning for this event. So just as like a general 1,000-foot overview, she really wanted to present content, but realized what these students wanted and needed was a community and a support network. So some tips, some content, but that's really what they wanted and needed. And so by providing your target market with what they need in the event, instead of what you think that they want, you will naturally increase demand for your event, and you will naturally increase attendance at your event.